There was a shooting.
Holy shit. I think she's really hurt, babe. Come on, babe. Come on, babe. Come on, babe. Come on, let's go. Fucking mayhem in the street, damn it. Look at that. Holy fucking shit, dude. This is crazy.
Let's go here. It's fine.
Stay right here behind this bush. We don't know what the fuck is going on right now. Shots started ringing out.
Holy shit!
You alright, babe?
That was more exciting than Route 91 for the past 3 fucking days.
I hope everybody's alright. Look at that fucking fence that they just trampled over.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Holy shit!
These motherfuckers still ringing out right now.
What is that?
Okay, babe, let's go. That's close. That's real close. That's close, babe. No, let's go. Fuck that, we want to get as far away as possible. That's close gunfire. Come on.
Should we jump this?
Fuck no.
Over here.
No, babe. Come on, let's keep going.
Right here.
Fuck that.
4 days after he was gunned down along with 57 other concert goers, this is the view from above. When you look into those fairgrounds, you see the evidence of that family-friendly festival. You see strollers and walkers. That Las Vegas fairground is still an active crime scene. Right now, there are still FBI forensics teams combing in groups through that fairgrounds. They're trying to make sure that they don't miss a single piece of evidence.
Go now!
That field became an indiscriminate killing ground, with the gunman firing from the 32nd floor of the Mandalay Bay across the street.
Everybody go!
No one was safe.
Stay down, run this way.
The bullets raining down.
One here. Was right here.
In the aftermath, new video showing the chaos on the ground. That gunfire triggering hysteria, confusion.
Run, those are stopped! Run, don't look!
Police officers screaming to those concert goers that they are under attack.
Everybody go! Get up!
Let's go! Get up!
This video was shot by Ray Page, who went to get his truck parked nearby, driving it back into the kill zone, turning it into a makeshift ambulance.
Right here, come in here.
The wounded loaded in, one after another.
Do we have any other wounded people we need to take?
Not right now.
Ray then jumps behind the wheel, drives down the strip, bringing them to paramedics.
I got 5 wounded. Gunshot wound in the chest here.
Law enforcement is scavenging for clues to how 64-year-old Stephen Paddock pulled off a mass killing of this magnitude.
It's troublesome that this individual
was able to move this amount of gear into a hotel room unassisted.
At least 10 bags stuffed with 23 guns and stockpiles of ammunition found in his Mandalay Bay hotel room.
There's a guy shooting from the Mandalay Bay.
But how did no one notice?
The sheer volume of them, you couldn't even shoot that many weapons.
What's more, he may have planned to launch other attacks. Law enforcement officials tell us that Paddock scoped out these two buildings to possibly rent a room just before the Life is Beautiful concert. They would have offered him the same type of field of fire right into the main stage in a crowd of people, tens of thousands of people who would have been absolutely penned in. Police now say that Paddock may have also scoped out other cities, possibly targeting Fenway Park in Boston and the Lollapalooza Festival in Chicago. As a result, police tactics across the country may need to adapt to this new kind of threat.
I think what you're going to see is that if anybody else is going to have an outdoor concert that's in the proximity of buildings that are above the concert, they're going to have to put uniformed officers with sniper rifles on the roof.
Days into the investigation, the shooter's motive remains a mystery, but authorities have ruled out financial problems, and they hope Paddock's live-in girlfriend, Mary Lou Danley, can provide answers. That despite her repeated denials of knowing anything about his plans. In fact, in August, Danley was with Paddock when he bought this car in Reno, paying for it with this check for over $14,000.
She said she had a bad relationship prior to him and how he had, turned her life around and really helped her out.
The FBI asked dealership employees about the purchase.
Mary Lou even wanted to get a Lexus, but he was like, I'm not going to spend $10,000 more for a car that's got the exact same equipment.
And over 2 weeks ago, Paddock sent Danley to the Philippines and wired her over $100,000, she says, for a new house. And authorities are also investigating his alleged contacts with a different woman shortly before his rampage. After each of these massacres, conversations about new gun regulations have been raised and then dropped. But today, the political winds may be shifting. At issue, the bump stocks attached to the assault rifles used by the Vegas gunman. These bump stocks allow the gun to be fired continuously, mimicking an automatic weapon. This video showing a bump stock in action. Earlier this week, President Trump said it wasn't the time to talk about gun control.
President, is America have a gun violence problem?
Well, we're not going to talk about that today.
But on Capitol Hill, Republican Congressman Carlos Curbelo from Florida says he plans to introduce bipartisan legislation banning bump stocks.
The goal is to prohibit these deadly devices that caused so much death and destruction in Las Vegas earlier this week. Most members on both sides of the aisle agree that this is a blatant circumvention of the law, and we want to close this loophole.
This has the potential to be a major moment. No gun legislation of note has passed in decades in Congress. So the fact that you have bipartisan interest and even minimal changes to the nation's gun laws, that registers as a big deal, even if it's nowhere near gun control advocates' dreams.
The president of the National Rifle Association telling Fox News tonight that it's worth reviewing bump stocks' legality.
What the NRA has said is we ought to take a look at that, see if it's in compliance with federal law, and it's worthy of additional regulation. That being said, we didn't say ban, we didn't say confiscate.
Even President Trump may be changing his tune.
We'll be looking into that over the next short period of time.
This issue has come to the forefront, and there's no avoiding it for the White House. And that's why you see the White House now saying they want to be part of this conversation, they want to engage in the conversation.
This latest massacre, all too familiar for families with lost loved ones in similar horrors. They've come to Las Vegas to provide support.
If you were there at the shooting,
you're traumatized.
I don't care if you were hit, I don't care if you lost a loved one, if you were there, you still were traumatized.
Lonnie and Sandy Phillips lost their daughter, Jessica, in the 2012 Aurora, Colorado movie theater shooting.
You look at those numbers and you know what some other mother is feeling at that very moment, and you have walked in those steps. You know what another father is feeling, a brother, children who lost their mother and can't possibly wrap their brains around what has happened. And then you get angry, and then you take a deep breath and you go to work.
That's what they did, banding together under the name Survivors Empowered and offering empathy to victims' families.
We tell them up front that we're not here to provide any kind of mental health services to you. We're here just mother to mother, father to father, sister to sister, and help you through the initial shock of what you're experiencing now and what you're going to be experiencing in the next few months.
And around the country, others are looking for ways to pitch in. The Las Vegas Victims Fund has raised more than $9 million in just 3 days. But it'll take more than money to heal the wounds here. For Nightline, I'm Matt Gutman in Las Vegas.
Indeed. And 2020 will air a special documentary presentation with brand new first-person accounts on the heroism amid the tragedy. What Happened in Vegas airs tomorrow at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 Central.
Hey, you guys, get down! Go that way! Get out of here! There's gunshots coming from over there! Go that way! Go that way! There's gunshots right here! I just hit my head. Hey, go that way, go that way, go that way. Hey, they're shooting right at us, guys. Everybody stay down. Stay down. Where's it at? North of the Mandalay Bay. It's coming out of a window.
Hey, get behind cover! Hey! Get back! Get back! Get back! Hey, I know you are. There's multiple people shot up there. I know. Get in there. Get in there.
We see muzzle flash from the Mandalay Bay. It's from Mandalay Bay. I can see the room. Everybody get down, get down, get down, get down. Let's get down, get down, get down! I got a vest on. Benny! Stay as close as possible. Where are you? Go, go. This way, this way, this way, this way, this way. Go, 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 go. That way, that way, that way, that way.